Okay, that's going off. Yeah, just give me one moment. Um, I am going to just make sure that we're live real quick. Um, but it's super easy. Like, I thought streaming would be difficult. I literally just like click a button and I'm pretty sure it's wired up. Yeah, okay, we're live right now. I'm just gonna
That's
go
great.
on and change the title.
Sounds good. And then I'll just go back over that we were just talking about so we can get that on because I think that's a good sort of launch off point talking about how this is an adaptive process.
Yes, 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 yes. Okay, this is perfect. I need to make a thumbnail for when I'm doing
Good.
these. Not right now, but in the future I'll make it. Okay, so yeah, so we're live right now. Obviously, no one's going to be joined right now, but it's going to be a recorded video that posts later. So we're
Sure.
good. So if you want to go over what we've been talking about, feel free.
So I was just bringing up how Matt's sessions that he's been doing live, they are a different format than what I do because they're very, very fast. We're going to do that format today instead of my long form that usually takes like, 30, 35 minutes a session. Matt bangs his out in like a minute. And I am willing to do that. This is going to be rough. I haven't done this very much. The sort of automatic writing, automatic language, instant reaction um, to the target. But one thing we were just talking about, Matt is utilizing a tool that is super smart, which is signaling to the subconscious when you're beginning your session and when you're ending your session. So at the beginning of the session, Matt is doing this signal where he says, I'm going in. And at that point, he has his target in front of him. He's trying to make target contact, and then he's automatically trying to respond to the sensory impressions that he gets without giving it basically any time at all. And we're going to try that again today. At the end, Matt says, this is the target, this is the target, this is the target when he's looking at his target feedback. Both of those two things, what you're doing is you are saying something or doing a behavior that you don't do anywhere else in your life. You don't do this anywhere else in your life experience. And so your subconscious learns over time, oh yeah, he's talking to me. I'm supposed to spring into action now. What we were talking about right before was that just like a mantra in meditation, sometimes you need to alter those up because after a long time of using the same signals, it's almost like they get a little boring to the subconscious. Like it becomes like a program instead of an actual communication or conversation. And so like meditators will talk about how they'll have the same mantra for months and then all of a sudden it feels like it loses its effectiveness and then they need to change up their mantra. In the same way you might find you need to change up your signals sometimes when you are signaling to the subconscious that you're beginning a session and when you're about to see your feedback. That's all. We just had that conversation.
Yeah, you know what's
It was a good back
interesting?
and forth on it.
So the this
Hmm.
is the target thing, I'm pretty sure I got that from you when you were. It was one of the first conversations we had. You were talking about putting like a mental identifier or like a mental, I guess, note at the point.
The
I'm pretty.
flare. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think that's where I got it from. And then you know what's funny? So I say out loud, I'm going in. I just started doing that recently. What I've been doing the whole time is even when I say that, after I close my eyes, I say, let your mind decide, which I got from Photon.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
a bullseye thing from him.
We should have him just write us a script, honestly. Like at the very beginning of our sessions, like go down these 3 or 4 steps and then start.
I think
Like,
I have. Did he send you a document about that?
well, I have one of his
I think it might
like
be
the
in there,
bullseye. There's
something
a
like that.
bullseye training document
Yeah.
that he's done that's really, really good that sort of goes into that also. Bullseye is super interesting. It's sort of the same thing with CRV. I always feel like it's so forced for me, like trying to come up with the geometric image, just like trying to come up with your ideogram at the beginning of CRV. Every single time I feel like I'm forcing it. And so like that's a barrier for me to get over if I want to practice those styles. That's one of the reasons why I do sort of the wild squiggle, is because it's the only way I can get out of that feeling of forcing it. Um, but that guy, I mean, anybody watching, pay attention to everything Photon says and does. Like he's one of the best there is.
Yes, I agree. Sorry, give me just 1 second. I'm just setting up so I can see. I really like for like I don't know. There was one a couple of days ago where someone was talking to me the whole time, and I really like that and being able to respond to them. So I'm just making sure I have the chat
Sure.
up, which I think I do. So I'll be able to see and tell if anyone's in here commenting. Okay,
Do you
so
have an auto moderator?
I don't.
Okay.
I don't even know what that
So
is.
right now, we probably don't have to worry about it
Okay.
because this is just getting started. Over time, we're going to want some sort of an auto moderator on the chat that will just cut down on any sort of like just automatic discouragement or stuff like that. YouTube has been very big on that because of all the child streamers.
Mm.
So like it's super psychologically damaging for kids to have like people talking trash in the middle of their stream, and so that's one of the features that they have now is an auto moderator. So I don't know. Like I said, right now it's not a big deal, but we might want to do that in the future.
Yeah, I'm looking at it. I actually do think that I can do that. I think I'm not going to test it out now, but I think I actually see a
Yeah.
feature for moderation. But okay, I'm just pulling up the chat. This is perfect. So just to summarize, this is what we're going to do. We're going to do my style today where it's a little bit quicker, but we're going to compromise. So you're going to do yours. I'm going to do mine. I'm going to do multiple scans, either 2 or 3. Do you have a preference?
We'll do that together.
Okay.
And I want more scans all the time. That said,
Okay.
it doesn't have to be my way. Let's do 2. That way we can
Okay.
get more sessions in.
And okay, so next question. Whose account are we going to do it on? And then we just have to figure out, like, if we do it on my account, you just have to send me your images, or if we do on your account, I'll just send you my text block. Do you want to do them on your account today and screen share, or do you want me to do it? I don't have a preference.
Let's do this. Let's have both of them. Let's have everything on your account. I
Okay.
think that's going to be simpler.
Okay.
I will send you 2 scans
Okay.
that I have, or if I can fit both of them on one picture, then I'll send you one.
Yep.
And then with your data, if you want to type that out and take a screenshot of it and then upload yours as another photo, that way the judge is weighing all of our images the same instead of like you entering your image in the text box the way it was the other day.
Well, so the only problem is I think, have you ever uploaded 4 on my site? Or I guess I could
No,
do
I've only
multiple
ever done
scans in
3.
one image.
There
'Cause
we go.
I don't know.
So does
I don't
it
know if you can
prioritize,
upload.
like the earlier
No,
upload?
no, I just don't know. You might not be able to upload 4. So if we're each doing 2 scans, but you know what we can do? You can send me 2 separate screenshots, and I'll just do multiple of my scans because I like typing it anyways in one image.
Okay. And
So
then
that-
if you take a screenshot of that text, you should just be able to upload that screenshot.
Yes.
Or, okay.
So let me just, and I'm also just double checking to make sure the streaming is working okay as we do this on my other monitor. So it looks good. So can you see, am I screen sharing? Can you see this?
Yes. First of all, this is an excellent. So I see you're testing out 7 different algorithms. That second one, whatever it is performing very well.
Bro, number 3, dude, 2 of these are pretty much stat sig.
Yeah. Which is crazy considering how quickly your sessions are getting processed, how quickly you're getting data.
You know what's funny? These are the community stats. This is everybody on the whole site is what I'm looking at.
For everybody watching, you should just boil this down real quick what it is we're talking about, because
Yes.
there is a real world value to this. This is operational associative remote viewing in play. So talk through this, please.
Yes, I will. Let me just make sure. I'm just trying to pop this up to go back to us. It's Zoom. Sorry, one second. Zoom meeting. Okay, perfect. I just want to bring it back to us while we're chatting. I'm still figuring this out. Yeah, so what this is, can you see yourself right now, or are you still viewing?
Yes.
Okay. Actually, whatever. I'll go back. So basically
I'm seeing your screen also.
Okay,
so
yeah, this is
I've got
perfect.
everything.
Yes, you're seeing the whole. I just want to make sure you weren't seeing just one specific window. And then let me go back. Okay, perfect. So what I basically did, so in the past on ARV Collective, what it basically had is it had a blockchain authentication system that I basically stole from Social RV and Chase. I developed one with the same idea. You know, he, in my opinion, pioneered it. And basically what it did is it just logged predictions in real time on the chain.
Yeah.
And then it also had the proof of randomness from the chain, so you could prove where the randomness for the image pulling came from, basically just to prove session authenticity. What I transitioned to a few days
I
ago.
want to get in here for
Yeah,
just
go
a
ahead.
second.
Yep,
Sorry.
yep, yep.
Before we launch into that, Chase, he is a pioneer in this whole field. Absolutely, that's true. I want to make sure there's another group that also gets credit for this.
Go ahead.
Crypto Viewing was doing the same thing.
Okay.
They have also done the same thing in the past. There's a viewer named Niam.
I know him.
Niam is one of the most exceptional viewers you will ever meet. His ability to make target contact and get a lot of data very, very quickly. People need to be paying attention to him, and Crypto Viewing needs some credit because they were also pioneering the blockchain authentication. I don't know if it's exactly the same method as Chase, but they've been doing it for a little while also. So the point is there are a number of players in this space who are all developing these processes for verifying that these sessions are conducted blindly. So that's all I wanted to say.
That's awesome. I knew about Niam, but I didn't even know about that group. If you want, send it to me after, and I'll link it in the description so people can check it out. I wasn't even familiar with that.
I'll send you the one where he predicted the assassination attempt in the last political cycle.
Oh, that'd be cool.
He predicted it the month before.
Wow.
He predicted that it would happen in that month.
Really?
And he drew a picture of a guy at a podium in front of a big stand, and there was a line behind him.
Wow.
And it was like the same kind of shot as that famous image with the bullet behind.
Yep.
So it was a wild session. You should have seen everybody's faces whenever they were talking about it on me. But go ahead.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, send it to me and I'll link it in the description and everything.
I will.
But yeah, so real quick, so to summarize, I think it was around a week ago now, a few days ago, I transitioned the blockchain authentication system to literally predict the price of Bitcoin. So I'm not trading any real money, it's paper trading. So the way that it works is basically running an ARV trial in the background of every session on the site now. And what it's doing is it's basically running it through 7 different algorithms, like analysis systems. And what they're based off of, they're based off 2 different judging systems and different levels of consensus and confidence between them. So for example, algorithm number 1 is just judging the 2 ARV targets against each other, right, by an AI. Algorithm number 2 is judging each one with a set of 9 decoys and then seeing which one ranks higher in their individual sets. Algorithm 3 is it trades when there's consensus between 1 and 2. Algorithm 4 is Nova. Algorithm 5 is consensus between 1, 2, and 4, etc., etc. So they're just using different means to analyze and predict the, basically run an ARV trial for each of the trials on the site right now. And the stats thus far, right? I've only been collecting it for a week. The stats are very good. So if you look at all of them combined, the successful prediction rate on what should be a 50-50, it should be a completely 50-50 split. It's a 52% success rate. So a successful prediction. The p-value is 0.14, which means that there's a 14% that you'd a chance that you'd achieve results this good just off of the odds. Algorithm
this
number
is
1.
Without optimization, correct?
This is not so I'll tell you, I'll go into that. Algorithm number 1, this is just comparing the 2 ARV targets directly against each other, and an AI is deciding which one it's closer to. This one's 52.2, so it's about the same, slightly better. Algorithm number 2, this is the 9 decoy system, and this one's surprisingly good. So I don't have enough data yet. You can see 51 correct, 36 incorrect, 14 passes.
Again. Sorry, I just have to get this out here. This is 9 different decoy targets and the target image, correct? This is the algorithm that's doing that.
Yes.
That is an incredible correct prediction. Because that's correctly predicting the Bitcoin price going up or down, correct?
Yes. So it makes a prediction.
Somebody who knows what they're looking at can get their eyes on this, Matt.
Yeah.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, it's completely correct, and I'm dumbfounded by how much people don't care about this. Like, I feel like I'm just screaming into the void, and no one will even examine the data. That's
what I mean. Part of me thinks you should just be knocking down the doors of hedge funds, because like if there's a hedge fund out there who says, wait a minute, you did 50, how many total sessions is this? This is over 80 sessions, and you're sitting here with a 58.6% correct binary choice outcome over 80 sessions. Like, anybody who does binary trading is going to understand how exceptional it is. And then this one, please talk about this. So this one, algorithm 3, is consensus between number 1 and number 2.
And also I should explain, sometimes these algorithms pass. I wrote into the code where if certain qualifications aren't met, like a certain confidence level, they'll do a pass. So algorithm number 2,
Excellent.
if in the 9 decoy system, they both have the exact same score. So let's say both targets in their set of decoys both rank 7 out of 10, it'll pass and it just won't make a trade.
That is exactly the way SRI did it. Or not
Yeah.
SRI, I should say Delphi and Associates was the name of the company that they made. They also had a threshold of quality, and if you didn't make it past that threshold, they did not do a wager.
Yep, that's how Greg Kolajczyk did it, and he got his success rate for his individual trials. He did like, I think 5,000 or not 5,000, like 1,600. It was over 1,000. I forget the exact number of trials. And his individual hit rate on every single trial was 52.5%. When he
Over 1,000. It's nuts.
it was a ton. I'll link his paper in the description. When he basically did this confidence routing, and where he basically threw out ones that weren't high confidence, he got his successful trade rate up to 60%, which is so funny. His individual rate was 52.5%, which is what we're getting. His rate after kicking out the bad ones was 60%. We're literally like recreating and getting his exact numbers, which with a different algorithm, different individuals doing it, predicting different markets, like everything's different and it's replicating the same results.
Well, and also we're sort of repeating the same results of just individual hit rate measurements. People measuring their hit rates typically never make it above 65%.
Yep.
So that we're seeing that same number kind of reflected here. Anyways,
Yeah.
it's worth saying that a lot of people are getting sort of the same results, which needs to be studied. Why does it only work 65% of the time, folks? That's an important question.
Yes.
All right.
I completely agree. So anyways, I think that's enough yap, and I think people get the point. But these
Yeah.
stats are available. If you go to the community page, you click stats, and then you go to Bitcoin prediction. Every user, when they do this, their personal stats are also tracked. So I'm right now I'm in my profile, and I can go to Bitcoin prediction, and these are my personal stats. These are for only sessions that I did. These were my successful prediction rates in the different algorithms. Which is cool because it's proven anyone can go on the site, just do trials. It's linking, it's basically running an ARV trial for behind every session, trying to predict the price of Bitcoin. So you can show your friends, you could be like, hey, I psychically predicted the price of Bitcoin at a 52% success rate, in aggregate with all of them, and with select algorithms up to 60%. And all of this data is stored on chain. It's open source. I released the contract numbers. Anyone can go on Basescan, put in the contracts, and see the predictions in real time, time-stamped on an immutable ledger.
Yeah. And like I said, I just hope somebody who knows what they're looking at can get their eyes on this page. So,
Totally.
but
Okay.
yeah, we should move on.
Without further ado, let's get into it. So I'm already screen sharing. I'm just going to go here. I'm going to start a session. And then do you want to send me your images on Reddit again?
Yes, I'll send you my images on Reddit. I'm going to quickly log the date and time.
Yep.
It is April Fool's 26, and it is 10:22 a.m. here on the Pacific Standard Time.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, I'm going to start a session, and I'm going to, if you want, are you okay if I type stuff in the screen share that's visible, or are you okay just to not look at it to take
I'm just going to not look at it.
Okay, perfect. Because I do want the users to see. So I'm going to start a session, and then if you're ready, we can just start, and then we'll do a couple scans and send me your stuff when you're ready.
Okay. All right, whenever you're ready.
All right, I'm going in for scan 1.
So I do need to be able to see the target.
Oh, sorry, my bad. There you go. I'll do it over here. Actually, I'll just do my stuff off.
Okay.
Are you good? Or can I cover it now that you've written it down? Or do you want to leave it up?
If you want to just keep yours up on the screen, that is just fine. I will just look at the target ID and not look at your text. That is perfectly fine.
Okay, perfect. Okay, we'll do that. Okay, I'm going to go in for scan number 1.
All right. It's my intention to see the information to describe the picture associated with target ID 4, Edward 9, Adam 3, Boy 28.
So it looks like Craig's cooking right now.
All right, I'm ready to go. I'm going to send it to you.
Okay, perfect. I've uploaded mine, and then we will get the target feedback, and then we'll convene and do some analysis.
Do you want to do a second scan, or you want to just do the one? We can
I
just do
already
the one.
did. I already did two.
Okay, let's just do that then. I'm sending it to you.
Okay, perfect. Okay, I'm gonna squint my eyes so I can't really tell what's going on.
Good idea. I'm glad we're using your account.
Why is that? You don't want to mess up the stats with my data?
No, I'm just wildly uncomfortable doing fast sessions. They don't look like my usual work. I like the idea of having an account that has sort of a pristine example of a viewer's individual work. You know what I mean?
Yes. So was it you did one scan for this one?
I just did the one, yes.
Okay, awesome. So you can see my screen?
I can.
Okay, I am going to submit, and the algorithms are churning. It's putting the predictions on chain, and then after the predictions are up, it is going to wait 5 seconds, see if Bitcoin actually moved up or down, check if each of the algorithms was correct or not, give us that feedback, and then show us the correct target based off whether or not Bitcoin actually moved up or down.
Okay, this is the target picture you were looking for. Ready? Look.
This is the target, this is the target, this is the target. Okay, let me know when you're ready and we'll go over it.
So mine is not great, but I did state that there was some tall shape center right with roundness at the top.
Oh yeah, that's pretty good.
That feels like a snapshot of so the roundness I got there, that circle in the upper right.
Yep.
But my general feelings were not correct.
Let me just real quick.
Sorry, go on.
I just want to look at the algorithms. Okay, so 2 of them got it wrong, none of them got it right. So yeah, let's go over yours.
The rest all passed, is that correct?
So the rest passed, yes, because they didn't have enough confidence. Okay, so this is yours. It feels like snapshots of everyday life. Yeah, I think the texture, the gaps, tall shape, center right with roundness at the top. Yeah, I mean, that actually does make sense. It's tall, like it's up high, round shape.
Yeah.
It's so cool to me when you can I have zero ability to tell where things are in the image. So I'm always impressed when people say it's in the top left or in the top right or bottom or top and have some level of accuracy. I have none.
I don't, well, we're going to find out whether or not any of this is actually holding pattern, because all of this feels unfamiliar to me. I don't know if I made any target contact at all with this session.
Interesting. Let's go over mine, because I think mine was actually decent. So round on one axis, vertical on another axis, like a cylinder, which I think vaguely is okay. You either look at the legs or the whole thing. It's like a big, cylinder. Also a bunch of rods going up around the circular dimension. If you look at the legs or you look at the colors, I think it's good. And then scan 2. Scan 2, I got complex geometry, weirdly shaped thing. Slightly concave, gray colored. So I got gray in both.
You got a lot of good stuff in there. Yeah.
Yeah, not bad. The complex geometry came through. At first, in my first scan, I was envisioning just like a soda can shaped thing. And then when I went in for my second scan, I was like, it's not that simple. It's weird. And that's why I said, complex geometry.
Got it.
Interesting. Okay, so this is good. That was overall a decent session. If you're cool, let's go on to the next one.
You got it. Here.
Okay, so I'm going to start. I'm going to get my notepad up. Okay, the target number is on screen if you want to go in. I am going to go in right now.
Good. It's my intention to describe the picture associated with target ID. 6, boy, 6, Adam 37, Edward David. Step back and look at the whole picture. All right, I don't have much for a sketch here. I'm sending you my data.
Perfect. I've just uploaded mine as well. Okay, I'm going to squint so I can't read it. I don't want any cross-contamination. Okay, and then I'm going to upload it. Here we go. And let's submit. Let's let the algorithms do their work, and we'll get target feedback in about 15 seconds. That one was clear to me. I feel like that one's going to be good, although sometimes when I say that, I jinx myself, so we'll see.
I'm always generally slightly negative when I'm about to see my feedback.
Really? For me, it's very variable.
It's always the skeptical part of me, like, is always in the back of my head. And that also leads to a sense of, like, genuine surprise. Okay, this is the target image you were looking for. Ready? Look.
I'm going to look at the algorithms. Okay, so one of them got it wrong, one of them got it right, and the rest passed. So let's go over mine first, and then we'll switch every time. I felt like this one was pretty good. I got a couple points wrong. Geometrically, I said feels large, feels heavy, feels boxy, like a big square. Reminds me of the cube thing in Mecca. You know that big, I don't know what it's called, but you know that big black cube?
Kabah.
That's what I said in here. I said it reminds me of the big cube thing in Mecca. Like I'm staring at a massive gray stone block. And then I said I'm outdoors looking at something, feels stone large in front of me. I feel like I'm in nature surrounded by plants. So that part I got wrong. Although I feel like my general geometric and color description, I got like a big,
Like a big square is pretty good. The only part of mine that was correct is I said that it felt like there was one shape taking over most of the frame. A round spiky texture on the surface of a round shape that I'm looking up at was not correct.
The rough spiky. I mean, there's a bunch of buttons and panels over here. That could be something.
Maybe.
Round shape.
And also, I'm guessing those buttons are textured on the outside to give that tactile feel to them as you turn them. So it could be that's. I was super zoomed in on those. I don't love that session. I do like that it felt like there was one shape that was taking up most of the frame. So
yeah, that's good.
All right,
that's cool. It's okay if you don't like it.
Though.
Yeah, we're trying something new. At least you're trying something new. I'm used to this. This is where I'm comfortable. Okay, awesome. I'm gonna start the next session, and then we can go again. All right, I'm going in.
It's my intention to see and describe the information associated with target ID. 858, Charlie 93, Edward 2. Charlie 93, Edward 2. All right, I sent you my data.
Perfect. Perfect. Okay, I'm going to download this. Save image as. And let's upload. Okay, and then we'll do submission. I won't say what it is yet, but it was interesting. I got two very different things in my scans, or somewhat different, which is surprising to me.
All right. This is the target image you were looking for. Ready? Look.
This is the target. This is the target. This is the target. Nice. I think mine was good.
Mine was also not bad. I got one aspect of it correct and one aspect of it wrong.
Okay, so let's go over yours first because we did mine first last time. Do you want to go over this?
Sure. I felt like there was a flow. I did get that there was a cascading shapes from the upper left to the lower right.
Mm.
And so as you see that shape right there, sort of the whole left side creates this impression that's a very downward slope. And so I think maybe the blue sky there, my subconscious thought that it was water flowing down.
Yeah, you said flow in the middle and this downward cascading shape
So
on
I
the
think
left.
that might have been what was happening there. I wish I would have gotten the red. That's one thing is there's very little time.
Yeah.
But not terrible. Feels like a natural target. Water presence not great. All right, what's yours?
Mine, I think, was really good. Okay, scan 1. Feels small, handheld, brown/wood feeling. Feels like a handle or tool or something that's like a long brown rod with something attached, like an axe or a hammer. Feels very like manual labor, very analog feeling, which this one is okay. I mean, it wasn't a tool, but I did get the sense of something that's long and brown. It could have been the trees, could have been this,
Well,
whatever.
also
And
the
it was
concept of
analog.
manual labor.
An analog,
Like
yeah.
you're looking at a farm, so the concept of manual labor is a really good sort of gestalt to be coming through.
And then my second scan, all I got was like, I said something yellow. That's
Mm.
all I'm really getting. Feels like something shining, reflecting heavily or bright in my eyes. And I was kind of confused because I got this first impression and then I went in for the second scan and it was just yellow. And I was like, all
Yeah,
right, I thought it was a hammer in the first. What yellow hammers are there? But I feel like I
sure.
got decent details from both of those scans.
Again, for anybody watching, doing multiple scans, you never commit to any of the information in any one of those scans because you could be describing anything, any individual aspect of the target picture or the entire target picture itself. So it's okay if multiple scans disagree with each other. You just trust the process.
Yep, I love that mentality. Okay, this is a good one. Let's move on. Let's do another. And if you want, I think what we could do, if you have time, let's go until the end of the hour. Let's take a short break. And then if you want, we can go back and we could do a couple in your style.
Yeah, that would be just fine.
Perfect. Okay, I'm going to, here the target IDs on screen. I am going to go in.
It's my intention to see and describe the picture associated with target ID A242 Charlie David 59. See and describe the picture. I'm gonna sketch real quick and then I'll be with you.
Yep.
All right, I've sent over my data.
Perfect. I'm gonna squint. Save as. Okay, this one, I um, I'm not confident in. I get a feeling every time in terms of my confidence level. This one doesn't feel good for me, but we'll see.
I have absolutely no idea.
Fair enough. I don't either. I get a sense whether or not it's correct. Who knows?
Right.
I like to note the sense though.
That's a good idea.
I like to be aware of it.
Okay. This is the target image you were looking for. You ready?
Ha!
Look.
What are the odds?
Well, hey, I got part of it correct.
This is the target. This is the target. This is the target. I got part of it too. Okay, let's go over mine first because we need yours. So I said beautiful fractal-like geometry, like something branching out. Brown, blue backgrounds, which I did get the colors. I just got them opposite.
Blue background's pretty good, yeah.
I thought the thing was brown and the background was blue, but I just got them backward. I said something branching out, fractal-like geometry, where you could kind of see, maybe it's something to do with this feels outdoors, not super open environment, like there's something crowding my immediate vicinity. Long things, and there's a lot of them, like long, skinny rods. So there's a potential where there's connection with this. Let's go to yours. Do you want to explain yours?
Two of something. Vertical shapes standing beside one another. That was pretty good.
That was good.
Then it got off. Except, again, I think I might be zooming in on the knobs on that.
Yep.
As I'm describing these tubular shapes, tall tubular shapes, natural texture that helps something navigate its environment, like hoof shapes or knuckles, some naturally hard implement. So like that feeling of like using those knobs to navigate around.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
I think you're looking at Pro Tools or Logic there, or Ableton Live. What is that software program?
I've not a clue.
Oh, no idea. Got it.
No, this isn't my picture.
Got it. So what this is, for anybody watching it, this is an audio interface. It's called a DAW. It's a recording software, and it's hooked up to this interface that lets you navigate through it by twisting these knobs. So
what I want to do, I want to look at the hits and misses, outdoors, rods,
sure.
Okay, so what I was getting is I wanted to see whether or not it's taking into account both our images, and it is. So I said outdoors and I said rods, or maybe you said rods. No, I said rods, and you said the natural texture. So it's taking both of our things into account. Let's look at the Bitcoin scores. Okay, so 1 and 4 was correct, 2 was incorrect. So it was 2 for 1, which is decent, which I think is correct. I think that this was an okay session.
I like that I got 2 of something.
Yes.
Typically, whenever I get a number, like whenever I see a couple or a specific number of shapes, I make a note of that. I don't know if it's going to be correct or not, but I always make a note of it because the number of times when it pops up and I instantly recognize the number of objects that I was seeing, it's enough that I have confidence in that now.
Yeah, that's cool. You have that one like freaky session on Social RV where you read the number from the description. You got something with numbers, man. You might be good at math or something. Okay. All right, let's do 1 or 2 more, and then we'll take our break and we'll switch versions.
Sounds good.
Yep, the target number is going to be on screen in a second. Okay, and then I'm going to go in.
My intention to see and describe the picture associated with target ID 858 Charlie 93 Edward 3. Eight five eight Charlie 93 Edward 3. Show me something I'll recognize. By twisting these knobs. Alright, I've sent you my picture.
Okay. Let's save image as. Let's put this in. Okay, this one felt about medium good to me. It didn't feel fantastic. Maybe slightly I'm leaning on the good side. The data came through relatively clear.
I love that we'll see. That's always a fun thing for me.
Yeah, you get feedback, right?
Yeah. Okay. This is the target image you were looking for. Ready? Look.
This is the target. This is the target. This is the target. Okay, nice. I think mine was good. Did we all go over yours or mine first last time?
Go over for yours.
Okay. So my first scan wasn't phenomenal, but it wasn't the worst in the world. I said, feels very techy, almost like military technology, like a tank or a jet or something. Feels intelligent. That was wrong. Like a computer system. That was wrong. Feels expensive due to technological advancement. That one wasn't great. I mean, you could think maybe like a thick metal, like a tank, something like that. My second scan, I said lots of blue.
Or the army green.
Yes.
There's like an Inverness green color that's not far away from army green. Go ahead.
Sure. Scan 2, I said lots of blue. I believe it to be an open sky, outdoors, open air, warm spring/fall day, 60 to 70 degrees Fahrenheit.
That's pretty good.
I just think it's funny how I try to feel the temperature, like when I'm looking at an image. It's like a weird thing.
That's the way it's supposed to work. You
Okay.
get your senses.
Yeah, let's go to yours.
I got the triangular color. Like if you look on this left side, I drew this triangular shape with this color that came through, that sort of tan color. And then I thought I was seeing these bands as it like moved out. I think maybe I was seeing the wooden floorboards there. As I'm zooming in, it looks like those are, I'm not sure, but either way, my seashell impression is definitely not correct, but the way that the colors develop and that general triangular shape with that lighter tan color, specifically in that triangle, yeah, that's not terrible.
Yeah, that isn't terrible. Let's see what the AI thinks. So for the hits, blue color outdoors. So for that one, it didn't even mention on yours, which is weird.
Yeah.
Let's go with the algorithms. Okay, so 1 and 4 was incorrect, 2 was correct. And then the judge rank was 7. Okay, overall, not terrible.
Not terrible.
If you want, okay, actually, you know what we should do? Let's take a quick break. At least I want to just make a quick coffee so I can like reinvigorate myself. Let's come back in like 3 or 4 minutes here, right? And then we'll do 1 or 2 longer sessions in your style.
Okay, sounds good.
Perfect. I'm just gonna mute up
All right,
Zoom.
I'm gonna get up for a sec.
Yeah, I will too. What's up, Chauncey? What's up, Chew? Okay. Okay, we're back. Let's go. All right, you ready to do this?
I am. I wanted to talk about something real quick.
Let's go.
One thing that we're doing right now is right after we get done with our session and look at our target feedback, the very first thing we're talking about is the things that we made connections with in our session. That's not necessarily the best way to react to target feedback. I just want to make sure I get this out there. The best way to react to target feedback is to focus entirely on the target picture at first, because the reaction is important. And so like a lot of viewers will, sorry, give me a second. I just ran up the stairs.
No, you're good.
So a lot of viewers will like write a paragraph about their target picture when they see it, or will like talk out loud about what their target picture is when they see it, so that their focus when they're looking at their picture is the target picture itself, and not just the parts of the target picture that you recognize from your feedback or from your session data. It's actually really important, because what can happen if you just focus on the connections is only the things that you find connections in your target picture show up in your data, and the target picture itself does not. This is one of the reasons why a lot of remote viewing sessions look like they're zoomed in. So just, I want to make sure I get that out there.
Let's do that for this next one. We'll take some more time. We'll do it more in your style, and then we'll take some time to get feedback. Since I'm doing it in your style, do you want me to do it? Do you want me to write stuff down and do a sketch?
I would love it if you started sketching. Two
Okay.
things that I would love with your sessions.
Yeah.
One, if you tried to sketch, and two, if you wrote the date and time at the top of something.
Okay.
Like have like a piece of paper with the date and time, or even at the top of your text field.
Yep.
Just write the date and time at the top, just because there's data.
Sure.
As far as like SRI found that their hit rate increased by, I don't remember what the percent was, but just that one thing increased it, and they didn't know why, but they made a note of it.
Interesting. Let me just go grab a pad real quick. I'll be right back.
Cool.
All right. I'm going to expose the target ID.
Okay. So we're going to do 3 scans on this ID. We're going to take our time on each individual scan. You do yours as long as you want. I'm going to say out loud when I'm done with mine, okay?
Perfect.
All right. It's my intention to see and describe the target image associated with target ID. Adam 242 Charlie David 5 Adam. Adam 242 Charlie David. Target. Target. my first question, what does this target feel like? Adam 242, Charlie David 5 Adam. What does this target feel like? All right, second scan.
Perfect timing. I'm just entering mine as well.
Good deal. Adam 242, Charlie David 5 Adam. Show me something I'll recognize. Adam 242, Charlie David 5 Adam. Show me something I'll recognize. All right, last scan. Adam 242, Charlie David 5, Adam. Step back and show me the whole picture. Okay. So I think I have to send you two different
Yep.
pictures on this one.
Yep. Because I did one, and I think the max is 3.
All right. So give me just a second. I'll figure out how to do that. Oh, I know how to do it. Never mind. This will be just a second longer.
Yep, you're good.
So for everybody watching, my first and third scan are actually going to be on the first picture, and then my second scan is the one that stands alone because it's larger. So that's a little weird, but I just sent them both to Matt.
Perfect. Okay. I've downloaded them. Now I'm going to upload, and we're going to take a minute and just take in our target feedback when it comes.
I'm even gonna write a little paragraph about it. Why not? That's
You
actually a
know, I'll
really
do
good
that too. I'll
practice
do
that
that too.
I should do that more.
Yep, I'll do that too.
There's nothing wrong with writing a paragraph about your target. It takes a minute. Okay. This is the target image you were looking for. Ready? Look. I can't wait to see yours. All right. Mm-hmm. All right. I'm ready when you are.
I'm ready too. So I wrote my paragraph. Let's go over mine first because we're already looking at it. I think
Good.
mine was good. I missed a couple elements, but I think I had a few really good. Actually, first let's just see the score. So 7, and then okay, we got 2 of the algorithms correct. Second one incorrect. So I saw center mass, things protruding, feels medium-sized, gray/camo green. I really like
Excellent.
that. Yeah. So I kind of got the size wrong. To me, it felt medium, maybe like a car sized. Don't know what things
Of
protruding could
course
have
you
been.
said that right now. Yep. Go on.
Maybe this was the thing protruding that I saw. Like if you look, I drew like a center mass with these like weird spiky things coming off of it. Maybe there, I've
Yeah.
really got the color well. I said camo green and gray, which
It
is
was
good.
really good. Your color really came through there.
My second scan, I got sandy/beige color, which is also, pretty
Not
good.
bad.
Feels like a desert, hot, low humidity, outdoors. Here's the thing that I missed most. I said it feels mobile, like it can walk or crawl. To me, my AOL when I was getting this was a tank. I thought it was a tank.
We're right now we're having displacement. You're gonna see whenever I
Oh
do that.
no, okay. And then let me go to my third
There's a
scan.
dis.
Yeah, my
Sorry,
final
go ahead.
scan, I had this almost an arch-shaped thing, which I think is good, made of individual sections. Again, that's a really good
Excellent.
one. Arch on top, gradual curve, pretty good. Light colored, light gray. Baby blue at the top. So
Excellent
this
work.
isn't really baby blue, but it's like I'm looking at the sky, so it's not
Yep.
bad.
Yep.
And
Yep.
then feels heavy/solid. So overall,
Good.
I think I got almost everything except for the size and the fact that I thought that there was motion. And then
Yep.
let's go to yours. Do you prefer, which one do you want me to do first of these?
Let's do that first one since
Okay.
it's there.
And then you go ahead.
I really like this, even though I think the roundness that I was seeing here on the on that center aspect, that center column,
Yep.
I think those are windows.
Yeah, and look
Those
what you
look like
drew. That's
yeah,
pretty good.
and so feels like a round hollowness that's darker in the center, like you can look into this round space. That concept of looking into it, like layers on layers, that you're looking
Yeah.
into this space, like that also came through in my next scan. So that was my second scan. My first one was,
Okay.
so that was show me something I'll recognize. My first one was, what does it feel like? Feels like something that can roll, round shape that turns and spins. So I was getting these vehicular feelings
Yeah.
also.
Okay.
And down below, the large rounded shape center left that feels transparent, like you're supposed to see through it. I really like that because I think what I'm seeing there are that
Wow.
column.
Yeah, you're supposed to see through it. It's like a window. Those
Some
are windows.
large rounded shape in the center left. So center left is also correct.
Yeah, that is correct.
That feels
Transparent. And
transparent,
this
like
is
you're supposed to
glass.
see through it. Yeah.
Like you're
So
supposed to
that
see
was all
through it.
pretty good. But then again, feels vehicular.
So you thought it was like a windshield of a car.
I thought on the left side was this like windshield, like this window that you're supposed to see through,
Wow.
and I was getting these vehicular feelings.
Yep.
And I'm guessing that's probably because you and I are sitting here talking about like
A tank. I
cars
said
and
tank.
a tank and all
Yeah.
of that. And you had,
Wow.
didn't you have car in your first one also?
I didn't. I said it. I didn't. I said
Oh, okay.
feels. I said at one point feels like it can walk or crawl or feels mobile.
There we go. Feels mobile. That's what I was getting at. Sorry.
Yeah.
But yeah, the tank aspect also. And then at the very end, um, I like this last part too.
Yeah.
On the right is the natural texture with a verticality to it, like a patch of thin pole or tree shapes.
That's good. That's
So
really good.
yeah, the verticality is good, the natural texture, and then you've got those lines. There are all these vertical lines that
Yep.
are kind of so
Very
overall, I
good.
think that was a really good session on both of our parts. You got a lot of the color.
Yeah.
Um, anyways, I
Yeah.
thought that was really good.
I do too. Let's see what the judge thought. Open space, vertical structures, no round shape, no color match. So it's so weird. Let's not.
So AI in general,
Yeah.
this is always my experience with AI. Every single session I've done, it feels like on either platform, there's been something in the AI's report that makes me wonder if it's even looking at it. Or if it just got a couple things, checked off a couple boxes, and then stopped contributing processing power to it completely.
Yeah. That's funny.
So,
Or maybe it was associating that miss with yours, and then I don't know. Maybe it was like looking at them at different periods, whatever it may be.
yeah,
Yeah,
whatever.
I think this
But
was a good session for both of us.
yeah, it was.
Excellent.
And also, both of us were relatively on target with each of our scans. Like you had
Yeah.
3 different scans, and I had 3 different scans,
Yeah.
and none of them were wildly off at all. And there was a lot of connective data there. So that was a good session.
Totally. That is good. Okay, let's do another one. I'm gonna, and also I wrote my I don't need to go into what I said, but I wrote a paragraph as well.
Good, me too. And
okay.
I think that's a good practice.
I do too.
I'm gonna try and do more of that.
Yep. Yep. I think it's good too. Okay. The target ID is on screen. I'm gonna start going through, and I'll keep up with you with the scans.
All right, give me just a sec.
Yep. You're good.
And this will probably be it for me.
Yeah, me too. I had scoped out until the end of this hour at the longest, so this is good timing. We'll end after this one.
It's my intention to see and describe the target image associated with target ID 6 Charlie 4 Edward 0 Boy 02. 6 Charlie 4 Edward 0 Boy 02. Target. Target. What do the colors and shapes feel like? And it feels, yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, second scan. Six, Charlie 4, Edward 0, Boy 02. Show me something I'll recognize. Show me something I'll recognize. Alright, I'm sending you these two pieces of data.
Perfect. I'm just uploading mine as well. Okay, they're getting uploaded. Let's get some feedback, take it in, and write our paragraphs.
Yeah, dude. Good habits. We're discovering and building good habits. It's good. I'm proud of us.
Testing them at least.
Okay. This is the target image you're looking for. Ready? Look.
Wow.
This is a really good one.
Yeah, for me too, I think. Decent at least. Okay, I'm going to write my paragraph.
Me too.
Oh, wow. Wow, I just noticed something. We'll go over it. Wow. Really good.
All right.
Okay, yeah, I wrote mine. Let's go over yours first. Do you want to do this one or the next one?
Let's look at the first one first. And also, I want to zoom in on the upper left real quick because I'm super interested on something.
This.
Yes. Okay. So, let's go ahead and look at the first scan, which is...
Is that the other screen?
Yeah, that's the other one.
Okay.
So, I was getting this idea that it was a tall natural shape, some horizontal brightness on the right side, which I really like.
Horizontal brightness on the right side.
There's this, so one, the right side is where the sun is, but then also up above there's this band, this like, as it goes around, there's this large white, like,
this?
Anyways. Yeah, that, and as you just basically as you scroll to the left here, you'll see there's also that, that right there. So I don't know if that's exactly what I was getting at, but the water in the center, and then this curved, tall, natural space where these people are up here looking. So I thought it was like this observation deck up here with this rail, if you look at my drawing, where people would like look down at this spot. Like it felt like it was important.
Oh, and there's water below. Like there's people up here and there's water below. Wow, and you drew this cylindrical...
I didn't draw the people because I didn't see the people, but it felt like that you would look out from this spot at this thing. Like it was important to look at it.
Yeah.
And then the second scan.
Okay.
Target feels like a long view. I like that, especially because of the fisheye lens.
Yes. Wow, that's really cool.
Feels like there's a tall shape on the left that's closer than the rest of the image. I don't mind that because like right here in front on the left is closer than the rest. Yeah. It's not perfectly clear. Some aspect on the left side that's meant to be held on to. I'm not sure where that's coming from. I could also be
maybe just all the people
imagery. Maybe. Distant view is a natural landscape that feels very pretty and picturesque. The fact that the center is lower and far away feels important.
Wow, that's really good.
So, yeah, all that stuff really, that was just a good session.
That was a good session.
I want to hear yours.
I think mine was good too. Let's go to scan 1. The one thing that I got wrong, and it might even be correct. So the thing across all of my sessions is I got this repeating geometry, and I drew it differently each time. The first I drew a bunch of squares. This time I drew a bunch of circles. This time it was cross-sectional. But the whole idea is it was like this repeating geometry, I thought I got dark image, which wasn't really correct. Monochrome, which I'll call, that's decent.
That's not bad.
Yeah. Feels dark and stormy. Now, I don't know exactly where maybe I was getting that from the monochrome, maybe I was getting that from the shadows, maybe it was a miss. And
it's a high contrast image because of all the dark shadows in it.
Yes.
So, I don't know.
Yeah, small patches of light, which could be potentially interesting. So that was my first scan. Second scan, like an assortment of geometry, which is kind of if you all of my things, that's kind of what I was getting, just this repeating geometry all over the place. Dark circles, navy blue / black, which I think goes well with the what do you call it, the shadows everywhere. Multiple, numerous, and then my AOL was buttons, like a big assortment of buttons all over the place on my second scan. My third scan, I said cross-sectional right angles, which those were I'll call misses because I drew my geometry like it this way, but the whole idea is repeating geometry. And then this is what I think is cool. My third scan, I got a flash of yellow. I got a flash of bright yellow, and it almost seemed like a banana in my head for some second. And I think that's what this is. I think I was looking at the sun or the reflection of the sun. And the last thing I wrote was, feels like I'm in a shadow.
There you go.
Which is fascinating. So overall, pretty decent. I think yours was good. I think mine was good, especially with the repeating geometries and a little bit of the monochrome
that part
stuff.
was excellent.
Yeah.
How did we do as far as the rating went?
Okay, so pretty good. 9 out of 10, and the majority of the algorithms were correct.
Yep.
Very nice.
I know it takes longer. Those last couple of sessions were, I feel like, especially with the number of scans that continually were on target, scan after scan after scan, there's something to it. I do like how many sessions you can churn out, though. That's the thing that feels unfair about it.
Yeah.
Like you can do 10 sessions in the time it takes me to do one. So
it is a little bit unfair from a statistical point of view. Maybe if like you're doing one really like high, like very important target, like they used to do for military applications, then that wouldn't be good. But when it comes to trying to get, statistical significance in large quantities of data, doing fast scans is optimal for that.
I think if you're trying to demonstrate the phenomenon for somebody who doesn't know if it's real or not, probably the long form practice is more, not only because you'll generate more data that I think will often have more connections to the target, but because it creates opportunities for really interesting phenomenon like the displacement event that we had earlier. The more scans you have, I feel like people are going to eventually, there's only so many times you can describe the same incorrect piece of data that another person is describing before you realize that it's not coincidental, that there is some precognitive element to it. So I don't know, the long form stuff, I feel like there's a lot of merit for it, but if you are trying to prove statistical significance and just generate a heap of data on the phenomenon, your way clearly is the advantage.
Yeah, pros and cons. You know what I just thought of when you said that, and I was thinking about this before. I have to go into the city. I have to do like a 45-minute drive into Philadelphia today because I'm attending what they call as a demo day. It's meant for people building startups and building technologies and things who just want to like demo their product. I plan to have someone do a live session. Just pick a random person from the audience.
Brilliant.
That's what, and I thought about that when you said I love doing live demos. I feel like a lot of people in the space don't like doing it because it's high risk and like it's not an insane statistical edge we have. So like the fear is always like, oh, it's not, of course, like there's not a super high chance it goes well. I'm going to embarrass myself. I love the risk of putting everything. It's like an adrenaline junkie thing. Not that I get adrenaline from it, but it's almost like I like that risk of like almost like risking looking stupid. I love that.
I think the subconscious likes it too.
Yeah. I
think upping the ante, that little emotional hit that you get, I think the subconscious is like, yeah, I like the scent of that.
And just real quick, you know what I was gonna say? Because I've been doing that a good amount. I think it's a crazy thing to say that the universe likes that, but when I've done live demos, it sounds crazy. But I agree. But that's why I'm saying it. When I've done live demos, I've probably done like half a dozen live demos. 2 of them have been like Targ 6s or 7s. I think the universe almost is like, I appreciate you taking the risk. Here's a reward.
This is a truth that humanity has baked into our language. We know this, and we've come up with all these phrases like "fortune favors the brave,"
Mm.
or like one of my favorite one of my favorite stories in all of like I don't want to mythology is the Celts have this god called Luch, Luch is the way we call it now, and he's the god of the sun. Anyways, there are these two minor characters, and I can never remember their names, but they're kind of like minor, like gods or demigods.
Hmm.
But one of them is the personification of hope, and she is the older sister of luck. And
Mm.
luck is like this bumbling little brother who just follows hope around everywhere she goes. And so the moral of that whole relationship is anywhere hope goes, luck is sure to follow. And I don't know. I think humanity has been dealing with that truth for a really long time, and we've baked it into our ideas. Um, it's not true all the time. Like you are going to get misses in front of people, but our statistical edge is not nothing. Being able to do this more than 50% of the time, anybody who watches it over any meaningful amount of time is going to know that that should be impossible. They're actually seeing something here. So I want to
Excellent.
encourage you to do more of that.
Yeah, I will. I'm gonna do it tonight. I'll let you know how it goes.
All right, dude. Hey, take care. This is a really good time. We need to do this more.
Yeah, yeah. Maybe we'll get into a flow. We'll cut out like a weekly hour and a half, where we'll just do a few sessions.
Yeah.
It's really good, and I want to get better at content. And also, I don't know if you saw, I interviewed like an alien abductee the other day. I'm starting to dip my toes into weird stuff. I went from talking to just like parapsychology people, and I interviewed another one. So I've got two abductee conversations. I want to just start putting stuff out because I love having these conversations, and I'd have them
Yeah.
anyways. So I want to get better, putting more stuff out, editing it, making it higher quality, all that stuff.
Yeah, all of that. I mean, it's invite people into the weird space and let them talk about it.
100%.
I think that's reality is so weird now. I think the next thing that needs to happen is people need to be talking about how weird it is.
Isn't that a
And
Terrence McKenna quote?
Terrence McKenna, he said that that's definitely where things are going to go.
Yeah.
He said that whenever a civilization, I think I know what you're talking about. Whenever a civilization is getting ready to leave their planet, he said that the mushroom told him that whenever his civilization is getting ready to leave a planet, it's like a fire in a madhouse. And it gets so weird that eventually everybody has to have a conversation about how weird
weird it
reality
is.
is. I think we're there.
I think we are too, and I'm all for it. By the way, speaking of mushrooms, you know who I just realized you remind me of? Do you know who Paul Stamets is?
Paul Stamets is a brilliant person.
Yeah, he is. You remind me of him. You've got like a similar. You speak in a very similar, like slow, methodical, intellectual, structured way. And doesn't he wear a hat that's similar to yours as well?
He wears a hat that he made out of mushrooms.
And doesn't he have like a goatee or a little bit
Actual
of a beard?
mushroom cap.
Yeah, it's a big mushroom.
Um,
Yeah.
yeah. He goes back and forth on the whole beard thing. That's a huge compliment, by the way, to compare somebody to Paul Stamets. He worked at one point at I think it was Washington State when he was doing work for the Department of Defense, trying to or the Homeland Security. He was trying to build designer antibodies for bees. That's Paul Stamets.
Really?
And yeah,
I didn't know about
he
that.
was working with mushrooms, growing these mushrooms. I think they were blue oysters is what he was working with specifically, because they have this thing where if they evolve close to another life form and that life form helps them to spread their spores, they'll develop custom antibodies to keep that life form safe.
Wow.
And so he was like, I wonder if I could save the bees. And
Wow.
he's making tremendous progress towards that end.
That's awesome. I didn't even know about that work.
Yeah, Paul Stamets is
Fascinating.
really important. He also did this thing where he convinced, I think it was also blue oyster mushrooms, to clean up oil spills, to consume hydrocarbons.
That's
and,
awesome.
Like, yeah, he's absolutely brilliant.
Nice. Yeah, that's awesome. Okay, sweet. That's a good place to leave off. I'm going to post this
Paul
and everything.
Stamets, ladies and gentlemen.
Paul Stamets, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, it's your doppelganger, too. I put up an image of you guys side by side. That's funny. Okay, yeah, dude, let's bounce. I'll keep in touch. I'll send you stuff. If you want me to put anything in the description, like a link to your site or your social medias or anything, send it over and I'll put it up. Your Reddit,
All right,
anything
sounds
you
good,
want.
man. Hey, it's
Awesome.
good to talk to you again.
Yeah, this was awesome. We got to do this more. I'll be in touch.
Sounds good, dude. Yeah,
All
take
right.
care.
All right, sweet. Have a good one. Bye bye.